Uh, no Husky fleece this week. They don't deserve it after that one. Uh, yeah, there's the season, guys. There's the season in terms of making anything special out of it. There's the season in terms of, doing something that before the season started you would have considered to be, a success. There it is. 12-10 California, and I mean, I didn't know what we were getting from this game. I had no idea what to expect. I didn't even make a pregame video because I wasn't hyped and I didn't know what to say. Like, I knew California was a decent team. I didn't really know what they were really good at or bad at or anything. I just knew they were a decent team that should be a bit of a challenge on the road, but excuse me. I mean, I expected to win, and we didn't. So first off, I'll have to absolve the defense of a lot of this, of course. We gave up 0 touchdowns, 4 field goals on the day, or excuse me, 2 field goals, and then we had the pick 6. So I'm going to absolve the defense of almost everything. They got a little squirrely against the run on a couple of those plays, but on the whole, you cannot possibly complain in a game where your team gives up less than 250 yards of offense. We got some pressure on the quarterback. We forced some incompletions. We made life hard on Garbers. At the end of the day, we gave up like 2.5 yards of carry on the ground. To sit here and say that, oh, this is on the defense in any way, just you're missing it. I mean, defense gave up basically 6 points, and the defense was taking points off the California board. I mean, BBK would come up with a huge tackle for loss or a sack every time California was on the fringe of field goal range. He would just fly in there and knock them back and force a punt. So, yeah, the defense, would you like to see a couple of turnovers? Maybe, but you can't. This has nothing to do with them. This game and this video, we're talking about the offense, and there's obviously going to be a lot of discussion about what happened tonight on offense because it was completely pathetic. I mean, we had 250 yards of offense, we had a couple turnovers, the pick 6, which obviously made all the difference in this game, which the nature of that pick 6 is going to be discussed heavily over the next couple weeks, I would say. Just no real big plays on the offense except for the one long catch by McGrew and another long catch by Ty Jones. Just not good. Not good. Ty Jones had a nice touchdown catch in the back of the end zone. Ty Jones had one of the best games of his career so far, so that was good. And obviously we understand that the running game is not going to be the same without Myles Gaskin, but I know for a fact that this running game has the capability of being perfectly fine without Gaskin, and I can't sit here and say that what I saw tonight was okay just because they didn't have Gaskin. How many times did I see a California player making a tackle in the backfield? How many times did I see, our run attack just get flooded in the backfield by like 3 or 4 defenders? We would run, options, and we would run these little, reverses to receivers, and it seemed like they just had a beat on us. And that's one thing I want to say. I think California's defense played really good. In fact, I think you could say that Cal played good more than you can say that our offense played bad, but I would still say that our offense played pretty freaking bad. So the run game was not there. More so than really any other game this year, probably the run game was just not there. And that was disturbing and that was upsetting. Pleasant put up a decent game, but it certainly wasn't enough to make a big impact. So, quarterback. Look, I've been a little critical of Browning this year because he hasn't impressed me that much. I've praised him a few times. I've criticized him a few times. And today it really reached a head where he got pulled for a couple of drives in the middle of this game. He got put on the bench so that Jake Haener could go out there and basically do nothing and then throw a pick 6 that ended up losing the game. I don't know. On one hand, I kind of like the idea of we're going to hold our players accountable, and if you're not getting the job done, we're going to try to find somebody else who will. And I understand Washington was not scoring points in this game. At the time where Browning was benched in the third quarter, we had 7 points. 7 points. So the offense wasn't getting it done, and the quarterback runs the offense, but Watching this game, I did not feel like Browning was the problem. I really didn't. I thought the running game was a bigger problem. We just weren't able to run the ball consistently. I thought that Browning actually made some big plays with his feet. I thought Browning um, hit some long third down conversions. He had a 3rd and 8, a 3rd and 10. I think he converted like a 3rd and 12 somewhere in there, or 3rd and 14. He was moving the chains. We weren't scoring, and the pick he threw was bad. Don't get me wrong. He was throwing it away, and he didn't throw it as hard as or as far as he needed to. But for me, it was like, this is not the game where Brownie needs to be benched. I don't think he's the problem here. So had it been in another game, I would have said, yeah, okay, I get it. Browning's not getting the job done. I kind of feel like he was today. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm looking at this the wrong way, but I feel like he was making enough plays out there to say that he was not the problem. And when you look at the way it ended up, where Haener sucked and then we had to put Browning back in, it really makes it look bad. So I don't know. I don't know, man. I understand that the team is not scoring on offense right now. I understand that the quarterback is responsible for the offense. It's just tough for me to believe that tonight was because of Browning. I'm going to put this one on the offensive line and the running game in general way before I put it on Jake. We did see a bit of Haener, and we did see pretty emphatically that he's just not ready for this moment yet. So we can kind of forget about that for at least the next few games, and then we'll see what's up there. But yeah, that's how you lose. I mean, we even got the icing the kicker thing before the half to go in our favor, where we made them miss the makeable field goal, and we still couldn't turn that into a win. Obviously, the defense at the end of the game gives up some first downs, can't get off the field. Frustrating, but yeah, there's just no getting away from it, guys. So I'm going to say that if Jake Browning was benched for play, for performance, I'm not really on board with that. I don't think he was performing that badly. Now, if he got hurt, because some people were saying maybe Browning got hurt, and that's why he came out, then obviously so be it. But I don't know if that's the case or not. And everything I'm seeing right now tells me that he actually did kind of get benched for performance. So, all right. We're still going to watch the game, still going to see what's up, but not good. Not a good game. This team's a disappointment now, no matter what happens. This team has completely let me down. This team has found a way to fall to a point where they may not get 10 wins on the year, and that's not a place I thought we would be. All right, peace out. I'm going to watch the end of the baseball game. It's getting kind of interesting over here. See you guys later tonight. I'll make a Seahawk video. Peace.